highest influences of learning, according to John Hattie, is video review. So here's a fast example of what you can do to improve your students' learning. We're going to review the scaffolds we did because they're a great summary for the whole lesson. Ready? Now, the body of this lesson was learning about 16 incredible women in science whose brilliance changed the world. We did 2 scaffolds to learn about them before reading an extensive text. The first scaffold was inventing gestures for an academic language we were going to find in this extensive text, and also those terms we usually find in science lessons. The second scaffold was reading a bit of the text and making decisions about which academic terms were more appropriate. Here we go. So first we created gestures for these terms. Now, just to warn you, my students did much better than I did, but let's give it a try. For instance, experiment. Data. Solution. Evidence. So many more terms, and also some terms without images. So the question is, did you find it easier to make gestures with the images or without the images? Very important methodology points. Then we did a second activity, short sentences about these 16 incredible scientists and why they're famous. We read, for example, Carolyn Herschel was an astronomer. Astronomy is a science that deals with the moon, the stars, the planet, and the universe beyond the Earth. An astronomer is a scientist who studies and classifies or describes elements in the universe. Which is more appropriate? Mary Eliza Mahoney was the first African-American to graduate from an American School of Nursing. Nursing is a practice and profession of caring or graphing for the sick and injured. According to the context, which would be more appropriate? Ada Lovelace was what is now known as the first computer programmer. Holy cow! She categorized data or phenomena so that it could be logically and systematically recorded and organized by basic technology. Which word is more appropriate here? And there were more. We read about all these women and had to make decisions about academic language. So interesting. Such a great introduction to this incredibly extensive text we read afterwards. So that's a quick review of the activities we did as an introduction to our research project and most of the reading we were doing. What would you change about this review if you could? Did you remember most of this information?